I've been an iPhone user for years. The design, the interface, the whole ecosystem. It's all familiar, and maybe it's a little too familiar at this point. Lately, I've been getting that itch, the what if I switched to Android itch. Specifically, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra has caught my eyes. So in this video, I'm going to break down whether making the jump from iPhone to S24 Ultra is worth it, or if I should just stick to what I know. Let's dive right in. Alright, let's talk about the S24 Ultra and why it's been tempting me lately. Samsung's Ultra line has always been their top tier offering, and the S24 Ultra is no exception. But what exactly is making me consider this switch? First off, the display. Now, I've always appreciated the iPhone's screen quality. It's one of the best out there. But Samsung's displays, they're on a whole other level. The S24 Ultra comes with a Dynamic AMOLED 2X display and 120Hz refresh rate, which means everything from scrolling through Instagram to gaming feels incredibly smooth. But what really stands out for me is the brightness. The S24 Ultra boasts an incredible 2600 nits of peak brightness. Now, why does that matter? Well, I live in Dubai, and the sun here is no joke. Whether I'm out and about in the city, at the beach, or just enjoying the outdoors, having a screen that's easily viewable in direct sunlight is a game changer. Those extra 600 nits of brightness compared to the iPhone's 2000 nits makes a noticeable difference when you're out in the sun. The iPhone 15 Pro Max 2000 nits is impressive and handles most situations well, but in those extreme sunny conditions, the S24 Ultra's display might just have the edge. And honestly, just the thought of watching videos, scrolling through social media, or navigating the UI on that kind of screen, it feels like it would be a whole new experience. Super smooth, incredibly vibrant, and just more engaging overall. Even as an iPhone user, I have to admit that Samsung knows how to make an incredible display. Then there's the camera system. As someone who loves capturing moments on the go, whether it's snapping photos while exploring the city, or taking pictures at family events, or even for my business, this is a big deal for me. The S24 Ultra boasts a whopping 200 megapixel main sensor. Yes, you heard that right. 200 megapixel. It's not just a gimmick, the level of detail you can capture with that kind of resolution is insane. But it's not just about the megapixels. The versatility of the camera system is what really intrigues me. The S24 Ultra has everything from ultra-wide to telephoto lenses, which gives me the flexibility to shoot in almost any scenario. And let's talk about the zoom capabilities. Samsung has been leading the pack with their zoom technology, and the S24 Ultra continues with that trend. Whether I'm trying to capture a distant landmark or get a close-up of something without losing detail, this camera setup has me covered. Samsung's AI-driven software enhancements like their image processing and scene optimization are also something I'm curious to test out. But here's where I start to hesitate: the software experience. I'm so deep into the Apple ecosystem that moving to Android feels like stepping into a different world. Samsung's One UI is feature-packed, there's no doubt about that, but it's not as streamlined as iOS. Yes, there's more customization, which is cool, but that also means more settings to tweak and potentially more headaches. For instance, with iOS, I love how everything just works together so seamlessly. My iPhone talks to my MacBook, my Apple Watch, and my AirPods without me having to think about it. That kind of integration is something I've come to rely on. On the other hand, while Samsung's ecosystem has made great strides, it's still not quite on par with Apple's in terms of that smooth, cohesive experience. And let's not forget about updates. Apple's iOS updates are consistent and they roll out at the same time for everyone. And I know I'm getting long-term support for my device. Samsung, though improved in this area, still doesn't quite match Apple in terms of update speed and longevity. It's a bit of a trade-off getting the latest hardware versus the assurance of software updates. So, should I make the switch? Here's where I'm at. If you're someone like me who's getting a bit bored with the iPhone, the Samsung S24 Ultra definitely offers a lot of exciting features, especially that display and camera. The tech geek in me is really tempted by the cutting-edge specs. But then I think about what I'd be giving up, the seamless experience that comes with being part of Apple's ecosystem. My MacBook, Apple Watch, AirPods, they all work together so effortlessly. I've built my digital life around this ecosystem, and the thought of disrupting that gives me the pause. One thing that really keeps me on the fence is the idea of switching back and forth between ecosystems. Once you're in one, especially Apple's, it's hard to step out without feeling like you're losing something. Even the small conveniences like AirDrop or handoff are things I've taken for granted, but would miss if I moved away from Apple. So let's be real, change is hard. Every time I think about making the switch, there's that moment of doubt. Will the novelty of the S24 Ultra wear off after a few months? Will I end up missing the simplicity and cohesiveness of iOS? Or will I be thrilled by the new features and never look back? It's a tough call. There's also the idea that by switching, I'm stepping into a more fragmented ecosystem. Android in general offers a lot of flexibility, but it also means you're dealing with different app experiences, and not all third-party accessories are as seamless as Apple's. It's the little things that start to add up, and those are the things I'm weighing in heavily. In conclusion, the decision to switch from my iPhone to the Samsung S24 Ultra really comes down to what I value most in a smartphone. If you're in a similar boat and you're craving something new, the S24 Ultra is definitely an exciting option with its cutting-edge tech. The display, the camera, the overall performance, they're all top-notch and could very well make you rethink sticking with iPhone. But if, like me, you value that seamless Apple experience where everything just works together, sticking with iPhone might be the safer bet. There's a lot to love about the reliability and how familiar you are with the Apple's ecosystem. And sometimes that's hard to give up. So, what do you think? Are you considering making the switch as well, or have you already jumped ship? Let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to hear about your thoughts and experiences. And as always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos just like this one. See you guys in the next one.